My dear students, in today's lecture, we will talk about alkynes. We know it very well that alkynes are the unsaturated hydrocarbons which possess triple bond between the carbon-carbon atom. Whenever triple bond is there between the carbon-carbon atom, then the bond length for the triple bonded carbon is always 1.20 angstrom. Remember, when single bond is there, bond length is 1.54 angstrom. When double bond is there, bond length is 1.34 angstrom, and when triple bond is there, then the bond length is 1.20 angstrom. Alkynes are also called acetylenes because the first member, that is your ethyne, is commonly called acetylene. Then comes their method of preparation. So here the first method is by dehydrohalogenation of vicinal dihalides. You know it very well that vicinal dihalides are the organic compounds in which halogen atoms are present on neighboring carbon atom. So if we use vicinal dihalides, then vicinal dihalides by dehydrohalogenation can be converted to alkynes. You know it very well. Dehydrohalogenation is a type of elimination reaction. So elimination reaction will take place two times. First time it will form haloalkene, and second time it will form alkyne. So here is your molecule of vicinal dihalide, and compound is 1,2 dibromoethane. There are two bromine atoms located on neighboring carbon atom. Now, when it is treated with alcoholic QH, we know it very well that alcoholic QH is a dehydrohalogenating reagent. It can remove hydrogen halide molecule. So what will happen? H from here and Br from here will be removed in the form of HBr, as a result of which we will get a new bond between carbon-carbon atom. So 1,2 dibromoethane gets converted to bromoethene. Now we have to carry out dehydrohalogenation from haloalkene, not haloalkene, haloalkene. Br is there and double bond is there. Now if we want to carry out dehydrohalogenation from haloalkene, then we will use a new reagent which can act as dehydrohalogenating reagent, and this is your NaNH2, which is called sodamide. So sodamide will remove HBr molecule, that is dehydrobromination, and when H removed from here, Br removed from here, definitely one bond deficiency is created over both the carbon atom. So to satisfy this bond deficiency, we will have a new bond between carbon-carbon. So bromoethene will be converted to ethyne. Then we have next reaction, that is your dehalogenation of vicinal tetrahalides. Dehalogenation, removal of halogen molecule. Removal of halogen molecule. Now what is the meaning of vicinal tetrahalides? There will be two halogen atoms situated on neighboring carbon atom. So in total we are having 4 carbon atoms. So compound is 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrabromoethane. When heated with zinc powder in presence of CH3OH, then Br will react with Zn, form ZnBr2. Here it is ZnBr2. So Br, ZnBr2, Br with Zn form ZnBr2. So there will be two molecules that Br to removed. Now, when Br is removed, creates a bond deficiency of 1 over the carbon. So we will have a new bond, double bond. When one more Br from here, one more Br from here is removed, then we will have one more bond, means triple bond. So in this manner, we will get ethine. Now, the next one is your chemical properties or chemical reactions. So here we are having 4 important reactions. First one is your trimerization. 3 molecules of alkyne will be added up. When alkyne is passed through red hot hollow iron tube, temperature is more than 500 K. So when ethyne is taken, then 3 molecules will be added up. So here is your first molecule, here is your second molecule, here is your third molecule. Shifting of one bond between carbon-carbon so that we can have a new bond here. Shifting of bond between carbon-carbon so that we can have a new bond. Shifting of bond from here to here so that we can have a new bond between carbon-carbon atom. So all the 3 molecules will be joined together by a single bond. In this manner, ethyne will be converted to benzene. So whenever alkynes are passed through red hot iron tube, then they are converted to aromatic compounds. It can be benzene or it can be alkyl substituted benzene. Now, the next one is your halogenation. In halogenation, we will obtain vicinal tetrahalides. So when ethyne is taken with Cl2 in presence of CCl4 as a solvent, 1 Cl, next Cl will be added, and ethyne will be converted to 1,1,2,2 tetrabromoethane. If instead of Cl2, if we take Br2 having reddish brown color, then after the reaction Br2 will lose its color. So that reaction can be used as an identification for unsaturated hydrocarbon or for detecting triple bond. Now the next one is your hydrohalogenation. We'll add HX molecule. Remember, whenever HX molecule is added to alkyne, then addition will take place in 2 steps. By first step we will obtain haloalkene, and in next step we will obtain geminal dihalides. So here is your HBr. In presence of HBr, the compound which contains triple bond will show electromagnetic effect. So here, due to electromagnetic effect, pi electrons will be shifted over this carbon, giving minus charge here and plus charge here. HBr, H is having delta plus, so delta plus will be attracted to minus charge and Br minus will be attracted to plus charge, as a result of which you will obtain bromoethene. Now bromoethene with HBr gets converted to geminal dihalides. Then comes the last reaction, that is your hydration of alkyne. So we can carry out hydration of alkene and we can carry out hydration of alkyne. Hydration means adding water molecule. If hydration of alkene is carried out, then every time we obtain alcohol. And if hydration of alkyne is carried out, then we obtain carboyl compounds. It can be aldehyde, it can be ketone. For hydration of alkene, we require concentrated H2SO4. In the similar manner, here we require dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4. HgSO4, mercuric sulfate. So water molecule will be added to ethyne in presence of dilute H2SO4 and mercuric sulfate. So here is your HOH molecule, H2O. H is having delta plus, OH is having delta minus. In presence of sulfuric acid and HgSO4. Now here we are having multiple bonds. So this multiple bond will show electromagnetic effect in presence of H2. So pi electron will be shifted to carbon atom, creating minus here and plus here. So H being delta plus will attack over negative carbon. So H will be added here. OH being delta negative will attack over positive carbon. So OH will be added here. We have obtained enol. You should remember about tautomerism, ketoenol isomerism. Enol form is less stable. Or we can say OH group is not stable on double bonded carbon atom. If it is there, then it will show tautomerism. It will show rearrangement via tautomerism or ketoenol isomerism. What happens? H atom migrates from one multivalent atom to another multivalent atom with the shifting of pi bond. So H present with OH will be migrated to carbon. At the same time, double bond will be shifted between carbon and O, giving ethanol as the product. So here we are having one limitation. If we use first member that is ethyne, then we get ethanol or the aldehyde. Rest all other alkyne will form ketone as the product. So by this reaction only one aldehyde can be prepared, that is your acetaldehyde, or we can say ethanol. No other aldehyde can be prepared by this method. So this is the important limitation of hydration of alkyne in presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4. So it's all over about method of preparation and chemical properties of alkyne. In next lecture we will talk about aromatic hydrocarbon, that is your benzene. Thank you and have a nice day.